Chapter 29. How Hagen would not rise for Krimheild. Then the two worshipful warriors parted, Hagen of Tronic and Sir Dietrich. Over his shoulder Gunther's liegeman gazed for a comrade at arms, whom he then quickly won. Folker he saw, the cunning fiddler, standing by Grisler, and begged him to join him, for well he knew his savage mood. He was in all things a bold knight, and a good. Still they let the lordlings stand in court. Only these twain alone men saw walk hence, far across the court, before a spacious palace. These chosen warriors feared the hate of none. They sat them down upon a bench before the house over against a hall, the which belonged to Krimheild. Upon their bodies shone their lordly weeds. Enow who gazed upon them would then have known the knights. As wild beasts the haughty heroes were stared upon by Hunnish men. Ethel's wife too gazed upon them through window, at which fair Krimheild waxed sad again. Of her sorrows it minded her that she began to weep. Much it wondered Ethel's men what had so quickly saddened her mood. Quoth she, that Hagen hath done, ye heroes brave and good. To the lady they spoke, how hath that happened? For but newly we did see you joyful. None there be so bold, and he hath done you aught, but it will cost him his life if ye do us avenge you. Ever would I requite it, if any avenged my wrongs. I would give him all he craved. Behold me at your feet, spake the queen. Avenge me on Hagen, that he loses his life. Then 60 bold men made them ready it soon for Krimhild's sake. They would hence to slay the bold knight Hagen, and the fiddler too. With forethought this was done. When the queen beheld the band so small, grim of mood, she spake to knights. What she now would do, ye should give over. With so fear durst ye never encounter Hagen. And whoever strong and bold Hagen of Tronic be, he who sitteth by his side, Folker the fiddler, is stronger still by far. He is an evil man. Search ye may not so lightly match these knights. When they heard this, 400 doughty warriors more did make them ready. The noble queen cave sore to do them harm. Thereby the heroes later fell in mickle danger. When she saw her followers well armed, the queen spake to doughty knights, Now bid a while. Ye must stand quite still in truth. Wearing my crown, I'll go to meet my foes. List ye to the wrongs that Hagen of Tronic, Gunther's men, hath done me. I know him be so haughty that he'll not deny a whit. Little I reek what hap to him on this account. Then the fiddler, a bold minstrel, spied the noble queen walking down the flight of steps that led downward from a house. When bold Folker saw this, to his comrade at arms he spake, Now behold, friend Hagen, how she walketh yonder, who hath faithlessly bidden us to this land. I have never seen with a queen so many men bearing sword in hand march in such warlike guise. Know ye, friend Hagen, whether she bear you hate? If so be, I counsel you to guard the better your life and honor. Search methinks this good. They be wroth of mood, as far as I can see, and some be so broad of chest that he would guard himself should do so betimes. I ween there be those among them who wear bright breastplate. Whom they would tack, I cannot say. Then angry of mood, the brave knight Hagen spake, Well, I wot that all this be done against me, that they thus bear their gleaming swords in hand. For aught of them I still may ride to Burgundian land. Now tell me, friend Folker, whether ye will stand by me, if perchance Krimhild's men would fight me. Pray let me hear that, if so be you hold me dear, I'll aid you evermore with faithful service. Oh, I'll help you surely, spake the minstrel, and should I see the king with all his warriors draw near us, not 1 foot will I yield from fear in aiding you, the while I live. Now may God in heaven requite you, noble Folker. Though they strive against me, what need I more? Sith ye will help me, as I hear you say, let these warriors come, full armed. Let us rise now from our seats, spake the minstrel. Let us do her honor, she passeth by. She is a high-born dame, a queen. We shall thereby honor ourselves as well. For my sake, no, quoth Hagen. Should I go hence, these knights would think 'twas through fear. Not for one of them will I ever rise from seat. It beseems us both better, forsooth, to leave undone. For why should I honor one who doth bear me hatred? Nor will I do this, the while I live. I reek not how King Etzel's wife doth hate me. Haughty Hagen laid across his knee a gleaming sword, from whose pommel a sparkling jasper, greener than grass, did shine. Its hilt was golden, its sheath and edging of reed, and that it was Siegfried's, Krimheild knew full well. She must needs grow sad when she knew the sword, for it minded her of her wrongs, and she began to weep. I ween bold Hagen did done it for this cause, and Folker the bold drew nearer to bench a fiddle bow, strong, mickle, and long, like unto a broad sharp sword. And there the two lusty knights sat undaunted. These two brave men did think themselves so lordly that they would not leave their seats through fear of man. The noble queen walked therefore to the very feet, and gave them hostile greeting. She spake, Now tell me, Hagen, who hath sent for you, that ye durst ride hither to this land? Sith ye know full well what ye have done me, had ye good wits ye should have left it undone by rights. No one sent for me, quoth Hagen. Men bid to this land 3 knights, who hight my lords, and I am their liegeman, and full seldom have I stayed behind when they journeyed to court. Quoth she, Now tell me further, why ye did this, through the which ye have earned my hate. Ye slew Siegfried, my dear husband, for which I have cause enow to weep until mine end. Quoth he, What booteth more, it now is already said. It is just I, Hagen, who slew Siegfried, a hero of his hands. How sorely did he atone that Lady Krimheild rayed at comely Broomhild. 'Tis not to be denied, O mighty queen, I alone am to blame for the scaleful sketh. Let him avenge it who will, be he wife or man. Unless be I should lie to you, I have done you much of harm. Quoth she, Now hear, ye knights, how he denieth no whit of my wrongs. Men of Etzel, I care not what hap to him for this cause. The proud warriors all gazed at one another. Had any begun the fight, it would have come about that men must have given their honors to the 2 comrades, for they had oft wrought wonders in the fray. What the Huns had weened to do must now needs be left undone through fear. Then spake one of man-at-arms, Why gaze ye thus at me? What afore I vowed, I will now give over. I will lose my life for no man's gift. Forsooth King Etzel's wife would fain lead us into wrong. Quoth another hard by, For the selfsame mind am I, and any give me towers of gold, red gold, I would not match this fiddler for his fearful glances, the which I have seen him cast. Hagen, too, I have known from youthful days, wherefore men can tell me little of this knight. I have seen him fight in 22 battles, through which woe of heart hath happed to many dame. He and the knight from Spain trod many war-path. When here at Ethel's court they waged so many wars in honor of this king, much this happed, wherefore one must justly honor Hagen. At the time the warrior was of his year a lad, how grey are they who now are young. Now is he come to wit, and is of man full grim. Balmung too he beareth, that which he won in evil wise. Therefore the strife was parted, so that no one fought, which mighty rued the queen. The warriors turned them hence, and in sooth they feared their death at fiddler hand, and surely they had need of this. Then spake the fiddler, We have now well seen that we shall find foes here, as we heard tell afore. Let us go to court now to the kings, then dare none match our lords in fight. How oft a man doth leave a thing undone through fear, the which he would not do, when friend standeth by friend in friendly wise, and he have good wits, scathe to many a man is lightly warded off by forethought. Quoth Hagen, Now will I follow you. They went to where they found the dapper warriors, standing in the court in great press of welcoming knights. Bold Folker again spake loudly to his lords. How long will ye stand and let yourselves be jostled? Ye must go to court and hear from the king of what mind he be. Men then saw the brave warriors, and good pair off. The Prince of Bern took by the hand the mighty Gunther of Burgundian land. Infrid took the brave knight Gernot, while Rudiger was seen to go to court with Grisler. But wherever any paired, Folker and Hagen never parted, save in one fray when their end was come, and this noble ladies must need greatly bewail in after time. With the kings one saw go to court 1,000 brave men of their fellowship. There too 60 champions that were come with them, whom the bold Hagen had taken from his land. Haret and Earring, 2 chosen men, were seen to walk together near the kings. Men saw Dankwart and Wolfhart, a peerless knight, display their chivalry before all eyes. When the Lord of the Rhine had entered the hall, the mighty Etzel delayed no longer, but sprang from his throne when he saw him come, and never did so fair a greeting hap from any king. Be welcome, Sir Gunther and Sir Gernot, too, and brother Grisler. I sent you truly my faithful service to Worms beyond the Rhine. All your fellowship too I welcome. Now be ye passing welcome, ye two knights, Volker the brave and Sir Hagen likewise, to me and to my lady here in this our land. She sent you many a message to the Rhine. Then spake Hagen of Tronic, I heard much talk of that, and I were not come to the Huns for sake of lords. I should have ridden in honour to this land. The noble host then took his dear guest by hand, and led him to the settle where he sat himself. Busily they poured out for the guests in broad bowls of gold, mead and morat, and wine, and bade those far from home be welcome. Then spake King Etzel, Let me tell you this, it might not live it hap to me in this world, then through you heroes that ye be come to see me. Through this much sadness is also taken from the queen. Me wondereth greatly what I have done, you noble strangers, that ye never reck to come to my land. My sadness now is turned to joy, since now I see you here. To this Rudiger, a metal-metted knight, made answer, Ye may be glad to see them. Good is the fealty which the kinsmen of my lady wot how to use so well. They bring also to your house many a stately knight. And upon a midsummer eve the lords were come to the court of the mighty Etzel. Seldom hath there been heard such lofty greeting as when he welcomed the heroes. When now the time to eat was come, the king went with him to the board, and never did host sit fairer with his guests. Men gave them meat and drink to full, all that they craved stood ready for them, for mickle wonders had been told about these knights.